This is BaySickTalk, bringing you a living legend with over 30 years in the music game. In case you don't understand, his name is synonymous with R&B. In case you still don't understand, we brought along Jon-Jon from True to kick the ballistics.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your man, Joe Juggle. This is Jon-Jon from the R&B group True. And you're on Basic Talk and TJ Speaks.
I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day, a night that I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, 'cause I'm always thinking of you. I still remember in the days when I was scared to touch you, how I spent my day dreaming, planning how to say I love you. You must have known that I have feelings deep in me. I can't wait to get to school each day and wait for you to pass my way. And bells start to ring, and angel starts to sing. Hey, that's the girl for you. So what are you gonna do? Hey, little girl, I love you so.
Jon-Jon, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Wow, what an introduction. Wow.
You started at age 6. 6?
Yeah, I started singing at the age of 6 with my family. And we sang for a lot of churches, as a family. So I was basically raised up in it, raised up in the church.
Now, you weren't just singing. You weren't just singing. You were playing the bongos, too?
Oh yeah. Well, if you wanted to go ahead and play an instrument, if you wanted to play the drum, you much had to start off by playing bongos first. And so that was the first thing that I played. I was playing with a friend of mine, Chris McDonald. He was playing the drums. While he was playing the drums, I was playing the bongos. And he was playing, while either his mom was playing or while my mom was playing. And I would just go ahead and play the bongos. And I remember we used to always go over to their house. And I used to just, I marveled over his drum set, a Remo King Weather drum set. And it was clear. I mean, it was a beautiful drum set. And I used to just, sit on the seat of his drum set, by his drums and just look at the drums all the time. And all of a sudden, I think at the age of 7, it just started for me, playing the drums.
So that's when the bug bit you.
How I got bit by the entertainment field was hanging around with some relatives, some cousins of mine by the name of Ray, Beanie, and Tony, those guys. And so they used to bring me around them all the time, and they were actors. And my cousin Tony, he was best friends with Todd Bridges. So he'd been knowing Todd for years, and they used to just, bring me around, and I used to, talk to Todd and hang out with Todd, with his house, with my cousins and everything. And so that's kind of how I got, bit with the entertainment side, because they were actors. And I didn't think about acting, but I just like to be around it. Nobody could tell me that I wasn't Ricky Bell. You couldn't tell me that.
And you
could not tell me that.
There is a resemblance. Now, hey, you guys may want to shake that tree, really.
I did every part that Ricky had did in our group. we came, we in a way, I feel like I'm pretty much like a few people in the group of New Edition. As far as Michael Biggins goes, his game, he loved basketball, and that was my thing. I never even wanted to be a singer. With Johnny Gill, him actually being a PK, that's kind of me in a sense as well too, because my mom was over the music ministry at the church where, you know, we all served in you know, music ministry, and we were all part of the choir, and we sang as a family at the church all the time, traveling different churches and singing, you know, just like Johnny was. It's just kind of like, wow, you know.
And about how old were you? About how old were you at that time?
I was maybe at around 8, 9.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So that's how I got the bug of you know, getting bit by entertainment, because I was you know, my cousin Jewel, she was always an extra in the TV show Good Times. Her kids were some of the kids. Ray, Beanie, and Tony were some of the kids that was running when the, you know, when the camera would show some kids running.
That intro scene on Good Times when they're outside and they're running. I got
right,
you.
right.
Yeah.
Some of the kids, you know, they were my cousins. That was Ray, Beanie, and Tony. And then so it was just, you know, me growing up being able to see that stuff. That's, you know, that's how I kind of got bit by it, you know, watching them do what they do. My cousin Ray was an actor in a play. I forgot the name of the play, but he played this detective in the play. And Chip Fields, that's Kim Fields' mom, she was the director for the play. And so that was the same night that I met Kim Fields. It was incredible.
Like, wow.
Yeah, it was like a wow. And she was just, you know, she was just so beautiful, and she was nice and everything. Mm-hmm. And so my mom, her mom, and Jewel, they were talking and everything. And so I go to the car, and I'm sitting in the back seat waiting for my mom and my, you know, and my other thing, my cousin Jewel, so we can, you know, go ahead and go out to eat or whatever. I'm waiting on them to come. But I'm sitting in the car. I'm sitting in the car, and I'm listening to this AM radio station, and the song, All I Do Is Think You About a Jack and Five, comes on.
Oh, no.
Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. They were premiering the song on there's a radio station out here in Los Angeles called KGSJ. That's, you know, it that kind of like really, really blew my mind. As far as like, I never would have thought of being a part of.
That is so surreal. That is. Wow.
It's bananas.
And you never knew, you never had an idea that you would eventually have a part in that.
Not at all. I always knew that this song was just a beautiful record. Mm-hmm. And I fell in love with Kim Fields and that song the same night.
So every time you hear that song and you sing that song, Kim's a part of that performance, or she's in that memory.
She has to be, because that's the same night that I met her.
You got a little bit of the acting bug too. You have some very impressive acting credits yourself. How did you get into acting? Coming to America, Eddie Murphy?
It was wonderful too. Some people had asked me. They said, "Hey man, do you dance?" I said, "Yeah, I dance." They said, "No, okay. There's a scene at the club. We want you to be, you know, with some girl and dancing with a girl, whatever." And so they have me in that shot. I'm inside of the club, and mind you, I think I wasn't quite 21. I think I was about the age. I was about 20.
But you
know
what?
Movie,
they didn't need to know that night. They didn't need to know that night.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. But it was great, though. It was a lot of fun. And it was a lot of fun. So I actually got showed a couple of times in the movie. And at the end, over Eddie's shoulder, when he's in the carriage, when they, you know, the big wedding scene and everything, they show me over Eddie's shoulder. So that part. And then I guess the stuff, I ran into this guy named Roy Fagan, Roy Fagan was the guy that was in the movie The Five Heartbeats.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that was being dangled outside of, the hotel and everything by Big
Who
Red.
was in Treat Her Like a Lady, the play, right?
Yeah, Treat Her Like a Lady. Actually, yes, exactly, yes.
Okay.
That's a play that he had wrote, and I believe that play had the girl from Family Matters, the one who played the youngest daughter. Yeah, and then you have Allison Williams. Well, Allison Williamson, which is incredible vocalist, singer. She was in the play. Big Red was in the play. Roy also had a band, and so one of the nights on the play, the drummer and myself, we switched roles where he played my part, and I went and started playing drums with the band. So Roy was walking. He was walking in the back, and he was watching the band play, and he seen me sitting on the drums, and he saw me playing, and he was like, "Dude,
he didn't know you played drums.
You cannot do."
Oh my God!
Like, what else that you can? He was like, "Dude," he said, "Man, this is crazy." He said, "You guys switch up, and now you want to drums, and now he's doing your part."
Wow.
He said, "Man, we need to discuss some more things about you." So but it was cool though. I was very appreciative of him for writing me into the play. I went and seen this play called Mama, I Want to Sing, and that's kind of how I got bit by wanting to be a part of a play, or at least to be able to help out.
Was Cheryl Pepsi Riley in that? I think I remember that.
Yes. Cheryl Pepsi Riley was in the play, and that's kind of how I got, the encouragement of wanting to be a part of a play, So it was pretty cool, to be able to, see things and then watch them actually, happen. So God has been amazing through it all.
Troop, New Jack City, you guys, a cappella, are killing For the Love of Money with Levert and Queen Latifah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness. What did it feel like to cover that song, number one, and to be part of that project?
It was amazing because they took us to the Hit Factory studio to look at. We met Mario Van Peebles, and they took us to the Hit Factory side of the movie side of it, and sat us down in the theater, and they wanted us to look at something that they already had shot on Levert, and so they showed us that scene first. So as we're looking at it, we're saying to ourselves, what are we going to come up with after hearing Levert? I mean, Cheryl, Mark, and Sean, you talking about Troop was killing it. No, Levert, I mean, we saw that scene first and what they did, and we were like, it took us a while to come up with what we came up with. It took us a while. It took us a long period of time to come up with what we came up with. And then Vasal, once we came up with it, it was the genius mind and production of Vasal Benford, which is Rodney's cousin. That's another milestone within itself. Vasal Benford is he's a producer, and he's produced a lot of people, Tony Braxton and Jade. I mean, a lot of acts. He's produced a lot of people. And so to find out later on that, him and Rodney are relatives was just kind of really big, to us, and then for us to be able to work with him for the New Jack City soundtrack. So he just took our vocals and mixed them all in with Levert and Queen Latifah's, and, put her on the track, and it was just like, wow, it was amazing.
Your buddies in Troop, your brothers in Troop, how's everybody doing?
Everybody's healthy. We're doing fine. Everyone who's listening, please keep us all in your prayers. But really pray for Reggie. He's been struggling, and he's having a hard time of just accepting the situation that he brings to the table for the group and for the fans, and that, now we know that the fans wouldn't want to, see him the way that he is. It's not a good thing. So, I pray that he comes back. We all pray that he comes back. He decides to go ahead and get it together. But when he does, I'm going to say, when he does do that, then he owes everyone an apology, not just us, but he owes the fans an apology, because I don't think it's really cool for any artist to decide to become an artist and then they do something negative to themselves to mess up the gift that God has given them, for the artist to share it with the world. So, we did what we had to do. So you guys still, just keep us all in prayer. We love one another still. We're brothers. We have new material that's out there as well. Everything is on iTunes and Amazon. Everything is independent. But, we're still together. And, Alan is doing his solo thing. Steve's doing his solo thing. I'm doing my solo thing. And Rodney is actually, Rodney recorded a song. So we're happy for Rodney for what he's getting ready to do. So just keep us all in your prayers.
We are going to keep you all in prayer, all in prayer. I'm hearing when I hear you just reminisce and just speak the truth and give us an insight into what's happening with the group. I appreciate you being so candid. I also love the fact that you honor your gift still. I mean, you honor it the way God intended you to have it and the way he intended for you to share it with the world. And we appreciate that so very, very much. You mentioned everyone having projects and music. You have some songs, Jon-Jon. Oh, my goodness. You can dance to on the dance floor. You can put in the club. You can drive down the Girlfriend. Let's just start with Girlfriend. How did you come up with this song? How do you take it from concept to what we hear and what we feel?
Well, I was talking to the producer, Damone, and I was there's this artist by the name of Chris Brown that was doing a song. He has this record out, and I asked, Damone, I said, man, did you hear this record? He said, no. I said, man, you need to listen to this song, and I think this is where R&B is really trying to go to. Like, if this, I think it's trying to come here in some kind of way. I said, you need to sit down. Let's go to YouTube right quick. You need to listen to the song. And I said, I wasn't telling him to do something for me. I was just telling him to just to do some more music, but kind of make it similar to this. Dennis Cooper wrote to the song, and he did the demo. He sang the song. So when they played it for me, I was like, man, this is a great song. I was like, Dennis, I said, you did your thing, man. I said, you guys did this record. I said, this record is beautiful. And they played around with it for a good 3 weeks to maybe close to a month. And then they called me, and it was like, look, man, you need to do this song. And I thought that Dennis was gonna go ahead and put out a record. And they were like, look, Dennis was like, look, I just really want to be a writer. I just want to write. He said, I'll get with you and do background vocals and stuff like that. But he said, I really don't want to do this artistry thing. He said, man, that's you, hands down, man. You got that. He's like, man, if you do this record, he said, man, you would kill it. I'm glad you guys like it.
Oh.
I'm glad you guys like it. I just want to, I want to be able to do the type of music. Michael Jackson said a long time ago, even if he didn't write it, he can't sing it if he doesn't feel it. I took that along with what Quincy Jones said. He said, if you're not getting goosebumps off of your own material, how are other people going to get goosebumps off you?
That's right. If you don't feel something, how can you expect somebody else to feel something? You just hit the nail on the head. And that's what people who aspire to be where you are, they have to realize that. And it can't be something that someone else made you feel. You have to put your own stamp on it. You have to feel it. If you were to have a moment to sit down with a group, and I'm sure you probably have, but today, right now, had an opportunity to sit down with a group of aspiring recording artists, what would you tell them?
Well, if it's a group, I would, like I've done before, and I would ask them questions like, who has the aspirations to go solo? And, you get two, three people raise their hands. Mm-hmm. So I would tell them right now, leave. Go solo right now.
Wow.
Go solo right now. It's not fair to uplift the group up to where the group is, and then now all of a sudden you want to go solo.
So if you know at the onset that that's your passion, don't even waste anybody's time.
Don't waste nobody's time. I never really wanted to go solo. Not really. Troop was doing a wonderful thing. It just so happened things had happened where we had separated, and so it kind of forced me to be able to, to be a man and stand on my own 2 feet and do what I do.
So how long you gonna be gone now?
About 2 months, maybe more.
But baby, can't we?
Oh, John, I wanted this to be special.
Oh, no. Will you take my mind? Oh, yeah. It blows my mind that you're so lovely. Like yours and mine, it's so hard to find. And when you're gone, I feel so lonely. I can't wait to be with you. I wanna make love to you next time. You take my. Please don't be too late. That makes me love to you. We've been together for a while, and I can't understand why you still want to wait. Girl, don't you know I'll be so gentle? I'm gonna give my love to you, and don't you worry about a thing.
Woke up this morning and saw the sunshine. My friends showed me nothing but love. I knew it'd be a good day. That made me contemplate how great would things be if the world would love the same and eliminate the hate. Racism over with, games would get over with. Soldiers would come home from war, their hearts would be so pure. Fathers would father their sons, they'd had no reason to run. But then the thought still remains, will it ever change? That's from my song called Love, Peace, Joy, and Happiness. Is what we need today. Love, peace, and joy, and happiness. That is what we need today.
I'll take you from that pillow, 'cause I need you to hold me like that. He's sleepy and he don't know, but he gon' miss it what he had. Yeah. Maybe he's rich and didn't care, he dropped a dime. Maybe he's busy and he never got the time. But I don't give a damn, 'cause one man's loss is another man's treasure. And And we gon' do this right, we gon' make it last forever. Cause we gon' make it right like the drop top coming down. Cause we gon' do this right, we gon' make it last forever. Cause I'ma make it right, we gon' make it right, yeah. How could a man go that low to make your head hang low, yeah. You can't be acting like you don't know, cause he don't give a damn. Maybe he's rich and didn't care, he dropped a dime. Maybe he ain't the one you need in your life, but I don't give a damn. Cause one man's loss is another man's treasure. Spread my wings and fly away to a place that I long for, and my heart will be the pathway. I'm searching for a love that's evermore.
I appreciate you taking the time to be on Basic Talk. And if you're ever in the Bay Area, I would hope that I could get an exclusive.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Thank you.
Got it.
Thank you so very much. Hang on for just a second. There's one other thing that I need to get from you.
Okay, you got it.